talk us through the situation with your rib and just echo the same statements you made in your statement earlier today about the withdrawal?
Well, I went to wait for the last minute, and we were kind of checking if this is, this kind of injury that you guys still play with, or is it this kind, and it can get things worse. So I think the smart move for me is to pull out of this tournament because I want to rest and take care of it properly.
Okay, who'd like the first question? Craig?
Iga,
Please use the microphone, yeah.
Iga, in Indian Wells, you felt you weren't sure if you'd be able to play here, it was still undecided. But what I'm trying to work out is, when did it actually happen, and do you know how you actually did the injury over there?
Well, basically, it's not like it happened, in 1 minute or 1 second. It's not like a serious thing because we cut it up pretty early. So I felt like it was a process, but at first with these minor things, your body doesn't feel anything. So I felt it, mostly I started to feel it at the last games against Toronto. That's why, I was training and I was, cooling, and then I decided that I want to finish the tournament anyway.
Okay, Courtney? Just wait for them, sorry, here.
Yeah, just in terms of the injury, is it mainly muscular? Is it bone? Like, can you give some any detail you're comfortable with?
I don't want to, but as I said, we cut it up early, and I'm, on one hand, obviously, you want to, continue playing, but on the other hand, I'm the kind of person who wants to. I'm kind of aware that if something hurts, it's usually gonna be a problem in the future. So that's why I wanted to check it out as fast as possible, and that's why I'm kind of taking a much more safe approach to that, and that's why I'm pulling out.
Okay, Craig again?
Is it hurting you a lot, or not, or all the time? Is it when you take a deep breath? Is it when you go to stretch, or how does that feel?
No, I would say in certain movements. Well, a little bit when I surf, but that's probably because that's like the toughest movement, probably. But no, it's not bad, I can do like any stuff, and the break is not gonna be long if everything goes well. So I'm not concerned, and it's not that kind of pain who's like it's not a big pain, honestly.
Okay,
Just that I know that I can make it worse if I like.
Okay, we'll go here and then Simon, so this go here.
Iga, have you started any type of physical therapy, and what does physical therapy look like in the next month or so?
Well, I'm doing that all the time, basically. I travel with physio on every tournament, so I'm taken care of. But this is the kind of thing that sometimes I have influence on, and I've started it, but I think I don't think that I got an opinion from the medical advisors and from my physio that this week, like, the best solution is to just let it rest, and when I'll be back home, I'll start doing some more like prevention exercises, and we'll be good.
Okay, Simon?
There you go. On a slightly wider subject, do you feel like you and Rebecca and Sabalenka are kind of taking a little bit of distance now between yourself and the rest of the field?
Well, it's a hard question because there are also like many players who play great tennis. On the other hand, last year you could say that about me and Hans a little bit. So I think we need like a couple of more tournaments or a couple more months to kind of judge that. But I'm never gonna think of myself as somebody who's suddenly like in a different place because I still am aware that, you know, each of us can win the tournaments, and I kind of want to be ready and on my toes, you know, all the time to face my opponents. So I don't look at it that way, but for sure, you know, we played many matches. I played against Arena like, I don't know, 6 times last year, and against Elena twice already this year. So you can see that there's like maybe a little bit of a rivalry, but as I said, I also know that there are many other players who can perform really, really well.
And just, do you know when you think you'll be back on court, and have you thought about rankings implications?
Oh, you know, well, of course I'm gonna lose points from this tournament, but it doesn't change anything in terms of my, you know, approach and my mentality. I was also aware at the beginning of the season that it's going to be hard for me to defend all these points because it's not like, you know, all these streaks and, you know, winning all these tournaments is, you know, like looking logically and statistically, it's not like it's going to happen every year. But, you know, I'm doing my best job to play as best as possible, and for sure, you know, this tournament is not going to help, but on the other hand, as I said, you know, injuries happen, and I didn't have any injuries since like, what, 2 or 3 years, no, like 2 years ago. So I feel maybe not lucky because I know it's hard work, and also, you know, the care that my team gives me. But I feel like I'm only, you know, right now missing 1 tournament. You know, what's gonna happen next, we'll see. Obviously, it's gonna depend on the recovery, but yeah, but for now, it's not a horrible scenario.
Okay, we'll do a few more here. Yep, this lady here, just there.
Hi there. This is a real simple one. I know it's beyond your control, but just basically how disappointing is it not to be able to defend, and, you know, in Miami, what that was like for you last year?
Well, it was, you know, it was an amazing tournament last year, especially because it kind of gave me the belief that I can play in any circumstances and conditions, because it's totally different than Indian Wells, and I was able to adjust really, really fast. So yeah, I have only good memories from here, maybe except, you know, that the sunshine, that was pretty hard, and at the end you can't even look at that pasta which you can and eat it for the match. But I remember it was physically really hard, so I was really proud that I could, you know, finish the tournament so well. And for sure, you know, I would like to repeat it this year, but I know it's not possible, but I know I'll have many more chances on other tournaments.
Okay, Courtney?
Iga, just on the new jacket.
I like it.
It's sharp. Good. Just in terms of how much can you give us a little bit of insight into the process of that, of deciding a new kit sponsor, but also how much did, like, you know, Roger's involvement, obviously, with the company kind of play into your decision making?
Well, from my side, I think, you know, just the fact that Roger is involved in that kind of company, it's just a good kind of recommendation, you know, for tennis players. And I think, you know, also he influenced a lot on their side, so that's why, you know, they want to go further and they want to sign players, you know. But I'm really happy that we could make it happen, because I feel like we share the same values, and they have like kind of a personal approach for the players. So I feel like On is treating me, you know, first like a person, but not mainly as a, you know, machine to win, you know. So it's a nice feeling to have that kind of support, and I'm really happy that I'm starting this new chapter.
Okay, last one, Craig?
With the new ambassadorship, how did it actually come about? Did Roger come and talk to you directly initially, or was there another process?
No, we didn't talk at the beginning, you know. We actually have never met, because when I started playing on tour you know, he struggled with injuries and, I didn't have a chance to do that, but, well, I think the process was like pretty normal. They reached out to me and, to my agents and we just talked. I don't know, can you be more specific, because I don't know what to tell you.
But it wasn't as if Roger spoke to you to start with?
No, not at first, yeah.
Okay,